Hi guys, it's so good to see you. Thank you for checking in on me as I am embarking in my body transformation experience. It's been so crazy the last 2 weeks, so I apologize for not dropping a video sooner. 2 weeks ago, I celebrated my 22 wedding anniversary with my sweet husband. He surprised me with just a quick trip to San Diego without the kids. I love them, but it was so nice to just get away with my hubby and I, and it was so much fun. This trip with Albert will be the first time on my body transformation because I've avoided like social events and anything where there would be amazing food to tempt me, but obviously I didn't want to say no to an anniversary trip. And my husband also made dinner reservations. Didn't want to throw caution in the wind. I wanted to be mindful of my nutrition choices while not being so strict and not allowing myself to enjoy the experience. So I was excited to find out where we were going, and we headed to downtown San Diego in the Gaslamp district, and we walked past, or we were getting close to the old spaghetti factory, and I mentioned to him like, oh my gosh, I haven't been here for so long. The last time was when I was a little girl and my uncle would take me, my brother, and my cousins to the old spaghetti factory in Utah. And Albert was like, oh my gosh, this is where I'm taking you. So I was like, oh wow. But in the back of my mind, I'm like, oh crap, like everything's pasta based, and I do love Italian food, but it's not necessarily like a food choice that I would gravitate to. And especially being on a diet phase, I needed to be really careful, but I didn't want to make a big deal out of it. And I was excited to challenge myself to see if I could order something that would fit within my macros. And that was an experience. What I decided to order, I think it was the lobster ravioli, and it was so delicious. The portion size was just right. And yeah, I ate over my macros that day. And you know, what can you do? You live and you learn, and I allowed myself to enjoy that evening. And I also had some minestrone soup too, and that was really good, and a side salad. The trip was really fun, and there's just so many amazing food joints around there that I would have loved to just splurge on. Again, I want to stay focused on my plan, and you know, it's really important with cheat meals or refeed days that you don't go overboard and crazy, because you don't want to minimize all the progress you've made during the week. And I've noticed that when I eat foods that are more closely to what I've been eating during the week and just a surplus of it, my body digests the food better, which also helps. And I just don't overeat on just foods that I don't need. I mean, I know I did have pasta, and you know, I was bummed like the serving size was kind of small, but then again, it worked in my favor. So anyway, that was that. And the week after, we were gearing up for my son's national volleyball tournament in Orlando, Florida. Yay, I'm so proud of him. And we were there for almost a week, and I was really nervous because I really want to make progress in my body transformation, but traveling, you know, puts a kink into things because you can't control everything. And when you're you're at the convention center for long hours, away from a kitchen, away from a microwave, away from healthy food options. So I had to be very mindful of that. I brought food from home, protein shakes, the Fairlife chocolate protein shakes that I love so much from Costco. And what else? I brought my Luna bars and some protein bars. So I had some, you know, snack items, quick little short meal options for me, and immediately put that in the fridge. I also had my electrolytes, because last time we were in Florida, and that was our first time in Florida, I didn't realize, I mean, everybody said Florida is so hot, but once you're there, because I live in Orange County, California, where the weather is like, sorry guys, but it's literally perfect here. And you know, we do like our hotter months are, you know, August and September. But anyway, Florida heat is just insane. And we were, you know, we're going to Florida in July. So last year I was passed out in the Orlando airport and the ambulance was almost called on me. So I did not want that to happen again. So it was important for me to stay hydrated and pack electrolytes. And one of my doctors recommended this brand, and I don't remember on the top of my head, so I'll put a picture in this video, but it tastes wonderful and it's so good, and it has other vitamins and stuff that are really good for you. So if you're looking for like a palatable electrolyte mix, I really suggest this one. So anyway, it was also PMS time, and that was really rough because my energy was low. I was extremely bloated. Just like overall inflammation and the heat. So all of that combined was just a lot to deal with. And, you know, we were at the convention center long hours of the day, and it was really hard to find time to head to the gym at the hotel. I did do it once, so that was good. And I just did a lot of walking as well, and I probably averaged about, I don't know, you're also sitting because you're watching your little boy, you know, play, but I would average about like 6,000 steps, you know, which is fine. So, you know, there wasn't much I could do about that. But and then food wise was really, really hard because I wasn't able to, you know, just when you're away from home, it's hard to get what you want. So I did indulge there. There was a few days where I ate over my macros. So I'm just gonna look that as like my refeed week. And what did I indulge in? I had chicken waffles, and it was so good. One thing that I'm really proud of is that I wrote down every single thing that I ate. I inputted it in my FitnessPal. So that really helped me keep track of how much I was ingesting and trying to make as smart of choices as I could. If I was not conscientious and just ate willy-nilly, I can guarantee you I would have eaten more than what's allotted. I think one of those days I probably ate over 1,000 calories, but you know, it happened, and there's no sense in like beating myself up for it. And the actually at the hotel, the chicken and waffles dish was just so good, and I literally love fried chicken. But anyway, so I ate that like 3 times. Back from the vacation, my period started, which was just a relief. The retention in my body started to minimize, and just getting back to the gym, back to my schedule, back to sleep has helped so much. And one of the perks of being in Florida and just relaxing, I mean, I guess, you know, not being able to exercise and eat well, like I said, I'll just use that as a refeed week. I had major inflammation in my body from weight training really hard and, you know, being on PMS and stuff, that my body was able to rest and heal, and my inflammation in my body, the soreness in my muscles and joints were gone. So I was really, really glad. So it was kind of a reprieve, and I'll take it as that. So I'm just trying to find the pluses, because before in my, you know, quest and trying to get it back into shape, when I would slip up, I would just beat myself up and go into, I don't know, I guess torturing myself, being mad at myself and not eating enough calories the next day or whatever. Just, I don't know. I don't want to be in the mindset of being negative, because life just happens and this is a journey, and every day matters with, sorry, let me say that again. It's really important to take those little steps every day. And sometimes you fall back. A lot of times you fall back, but the important part is getting back up and deciding what you can learn from it, and just making those little micro decisions that help you. So I'm going to cheer myself on and acknowledge that, have like a heart-to-heart with my coach and telling her that I'm scared of feeling hungry. I know that sounds really crazy, because we're in a dieting phase right now and we're going really slow, so that's good because I'm eating a lot more food to nourish my body and my workouts. But there was a time a few years ago that I really relied on intermittent fasting. I really enjoyed doing the lemonade cleanse, and I actually have a video about it if you're interested in seeing that. But I also did it I don't know, too many times where it actually hurt me, because obviously the lemonade cleanse is not a weight loss protocol. It's more for detoxing and just resetting your body. My mind frame wasn't in that proper space where I was using it for weight loss, and in return I lost a lot of my muscle, and I began having an unhealthy approach to eating. And because I would feel so hungry, like incredibly crippling hungry, and I would push myself beyond that and ignore my body cues. I think one of my lemonade cleanses lasted 11 days. So I don't do it anymore. My video's out there and you're more than welcome to watch it. But if you're looking for, again, like for a reset and for detoxing your body, people like to start it at the new year. That's great. I think that is a great reason. Where in my case, it started to evolve into dieting protocol, which it did not work for me. And I lost my energy and my strength and my muscle tone combined with IF. It just was not good. So right now I'm repairing, rebuilding, healing my mind and body, and understanding, when I'm hungry, you do need to eat. But anyway, so I was telling her, like, I know we're in this dieting phase and I'm scared because I don't want to feel like this extreme hunger, and she talked to me about that, and she was really glad that I shared that with her, and that it might be a great idea to just stay in a maintenance phase for a while, but that it was up to me and to just build more muscle and things. But thought about it, and I emailed her back today and I said, I'm really aligned with being in the fat loss phase, and since then I have learned how to make better choices in the foods that I eat, like choosing more whole foods, timing my foods around my workout, understanding how certain foods affect my energy level and my blood sugar and things. So I told her, like, I want to stay on the fat burning phase, but that to just be mindful and understand the other, all the variables around dieting, and to be sensitive to that. And she supported me with it, and she just said, let's just please keep in touch with her about like how I'm feeling, if I need to make any changes or not with that. So anyway, I feel good about that. And I actually have gained 2 pounds since my anniversary trip and since my trip to Florida. And also I did have a period during that. It is what it is. I think my body is definitely recomping, and I'm building muscle. But I have to say, like, I did lose 2 inches in my hips. So that's pretty amazing. And I'm feeling so incredibly strong at the gym. And I'm really excited about that because, I was watching this video with Chalene Johnson, and she was interviewing a female orthopedic surgeon talking about the importance of weight training. And I forget the name of the orthopedic surgeon, but I really resonated with what she said, because she said, she's operated on patients whose bone density was so poor, and that's why she's an advocate of weight training. That one of them, where she pressed, if she pressed on the bone of this woman where it literally yielded, and it was like the bone was like butter. And I thought about that, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like that is so frightening, and it's so sad. Like that makes me sad. Like there's women out there in that state, and she's, you know, advocating how important weight training is. And this doctor is 56 years old and still lifting heavy. And I'm going to leave a link to that video because it was really important. And I think a lot of women shouldn't be scared of weight training at all. So anyway, I hope that there were some things in this video that you found helpful. And again, I'm just filming for myself to keep myself accountable, to be excited about this process. And if you have any comments, questions, or tidbits you want to share about your journey, I would love to hear it too. So again, thanks for tuning in, and I will see you next week. Bye.